So when we finish the wet sanding with the diamond cut pads, the result is gonna be a bit foggy, and in that case, we're gonna fix that with by applying uh, a good fat layer of top coat. I did that twice because here I had the top coat going in everywhere in the glass. So I cleaned it and I went again by covering the rest of the glass. On the previous pair, I used a lot of wet sanding and a lot of time uh, in order to make it clear, but it was never possible to get to that result without using top coat. So the result after that is very good. The light from the projector will go through it without any distortion, and then I used also some black paint, heat resistant, for the housing. This you don't have to do, you can leave the chrome as it is. Mine was not in good condition and I saw pieces going out, so it was fading a lot, and I used the black paint in order to cover it. Also, if you're gonna cover the chrome with some tape in order to paint the rest of the surface, be careful because the chrome is very sensitive and it will peel off while you remove the tape. I don't know if that was a problem with the tape, it was too strong, or if the chrome is too old. So in any case, you're gonna have to remove the tape just after you finish with painting, because if you leave the tape there for a couple of hours, then it will definitely rip off the chrome while you remove it. So here is the glass from the first pair I made. Now it's a bit dirty, but the glass itself is very clean and the light goes through it with very sharp lines. There is no distortion at all. At this case, I did clean all of the glass. It's easier because you don't have to focus in one area, so you just go around in the glass and you will cover all the surface very easily. You don't have to change from bigger to smaller pad, etc. But you don't really have to do this unless you're gonna replace with projectors all the lights, all the bulbs, which I did in first case. On the first pair I used a 3-inch on the main beam and two pieces of 1.5 inch for the high beam. But that means also I had to cut a lot and the result was not really nice. I couldn't adjust the height of the light output, and at the same time I cracked also, as you will see here, the lens, so that was not good. But still I want to install a 3-inch or at least 2-inch projector instead of 1.5 that I used now. That's the 3-inch projector I used, but it will not fit the headlight as it is, because this is too long and the headlight itself it's very shallow, so there is not much space behind the glass for installing a big projector, unless you make another adapter at the rear of the headlight where you're gonna remove it further out of the headlight and make space in between the projector and the glass. That's fairly cheap, bought from China. As you will see, it comes with adapters, so it will go directly into the socket. The same with the 1.5 inch. That's the length. I haven't really measured it, but I will do that in the meantime, but this will fit on the main beam without any issues. There is also some space between the headlight glass and the lens of the projector. So probably you could fit a bigger one, but I didn't want to risk this time, so I went for this which I know it fits. This is a pair of them. They do very good job. They have very good brightness. I don't know in the long term what's gonna be the result, but for now, for a month at least, I have been using them. They are working fine. That was the shroud I used on the 3-inch projector, but again this is quite big, so I did cut the shroud and kept only the light basically, because other way it's too big to fit behind the glass. This is the glue I used. It's a headlight glue. It needs heating, same like the original hot melt adhesive, and 4 meters that come with this package is enough for 2 pairs, so for 4 headlights it was just enough. So I guess it's around 1 meter per headlight. So here is the cut-off line, very sharp and nice, and here is how it looks from the outside. So you see the light doesn't really go around into the headlight. It cuts through the glass directly and goes out. So the sanding and the top coat did a great job to clean the glass enough so the light will not distort and will just go directly outside. Here are some pictures from the first headlight pair I did with the 3-inch projector. It has very nice light. I used a 3-inch and 2 pieces of 1.5 inch at the same time, but this is too much light, so even if it's adjusted and it doesn't bother the opposite direction, the opposite traffic, eventually over speed bumps, etc., if you use them both projectors, you gonna cause problems to the other drivers. So one projector is enough, and it's a very good light, and it will not blind other drivers. If you use more than one, then it's too much light. So that was a quick presentation of the LED projectors I used and what you could use or anything similar, as long as is similar dimensions.